Issues that we have, let's get through it. We were so good, let's resume it. Maybe on the night we can prove it. We can prove it. Baby, we can do it. Issues that we have, let's get through it. We were so good, let's resume it. Maybe on the night we can prove it. Something's weighing heavy. Created too much pressure, this ain't healthy. We were all good, love was plenty. Now look at the cards, love has dealt me. Love has dealt me. Baby, we can do it. Issues that we have, let's get through it. We were so good, let's resume it. Maybe on the night we can prove it. We can prove it. We were so good, let's resume it. Baby, all the night we can prove it.
Switch the lights, hide the clocks, I'm wasted. Try to run, but my knees keep shaking. Oh, time flies, what a shock. I've waited just to let you waste my night. I'm aching. Oh, the silence breaking my heart when the sign said you're gonna let me down. 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 Left behind every time it breaks me. Warning signs, tip of calls didn't wake me up. Now you're gone, no surprise, but it hurts me. Just to let you know my nights are empty. Oh, the silence breaking my heart when all the signs said you're gonna let me down. The silence closing my eyes when all the signs said you're gonna
hold me close? Something that I never knew. Something that I never knew. Something that I never knew. Baby, when you hold me close. Something that I never knew. Baby, when you hold me close. Something that I never knew. Something that I never knew. Something that I never knew. Baby, hold me close. Something that I never knew. Baby, when you hold me close. Something that I never knew. Baby, when you hold me close. Something that I never knew. Baby, when you hold me close. Something that I never knew. 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 Something that I never knew.
Way in the overgrowth, it must be shown. She's waiting for you. Deep in the jungle, there's an animal who can't be lied to. She's coming for you, she's coming for you. Don't resist, got nothing to lose, nothing to lose. What's to miss? She's coming for you, she's coming for you. Don't resist, got nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Hey, get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your expectations. Hey, get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your
I'm not so bad. You're right. I'm not so bad, man. I'm not so bad, man.
Fresh right like I'm from a black hole. Feel like I'm gonna be on the banyan. Won't measure out what we wanna make hell. Reach out my hand, material flash. Fresh seashells, that's original cash. That's one diamond inside my head. That's some gem that moving glass. So much light we can raise them dead. Let's lean on back so the colors can flow. No, I don't wanna do your name. No, I don't wanna talk about. 'Cause it's all gonna be the same. No one better than you wanna down. No, don't wanna make no mess. I don't ever wanna make no claim. No left, right, and no them us. Down in the jungle, it's so lush, but ain't nobody to blame. Fresh right like I'm from a black hole. Feel like I'm gonna be on the banyan. Won't measure out what we wanna make hell. Reach out my hand, material flash. Fresh seashells, that's original cash. No, I don't wanna know your name. No, I don't wanna talk about. 'Cause it's all gonna be the same. No one better than you wanna down. No, don't wanna make no mess. I don't ever wanna make no claim. No left, right, no them us. Down in the jungle, it's so lush, but ain't nobody to blame.
Standing in front of the ocean, watching the town fly by, feeling your touch in slow motion, don't wanna say goodbye. Hold on to all of the memories, everything we've been through, hoping the day I come back here, you're gonna be there too. And I'm watching you leave this place, you come and you go like the ocean wave, but I'm keeping you on my mind, 'cause all of the memories still make me smile. Hold on, I'm drowning in feelings I can't seem to hold back. Hold on, I'm craving for you, craving for you. Hold on, I'm keeping you on my mind. 'Cause all of the memories that make me smile. Hold on, I'm drowning in feelings I can't seem to hold back. Hold on, I'm craving for you, craving for you. Hold on, feel like a wave in the sun on the ocean. Hold on, tight, 'cause I'm crashing into you. Cause I'm crashing into I'm a breath held for many years, hidden in the stacks behind my fears. Time to rewind and rewrite the present. I'll wrap it up tonight, 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 tonight. Under lights, all these pretty boys, so they turning into models. I'm a bad girl, but a good story where I go. Got nothing in my pockets, but everything to show. I'm a bad girl, but a good story where I go. Got my lashes and my henny ready, fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. My ears are ringing, pressure's building, time is running out. The lights turn on at 3 and you're nowhere to be found. The music's getting louder, the drinks are getting stronger. I got a void I can't resist. 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 I'm a bad girl, but a good story where I go. Got nothing in my pockets, but everything to show. I'm a bad girl, but a good story where I go. Got my lashes in my hand, you ready? Fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. Fire in my bones. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl. They locked me away. I've been told to stay inside, so I'll never see. They locked and tried to escape. I've been wasting my life, wasting my mind, been setting it on fire. Down on the ground, been bleeding out, now my time is up. Been held up on lockdown, been praying all night. When I'm dying, I'm coming out. Been wasting my life, wasting my mind, been setting it on fire. Down on the ground, been bleeding out, now my time is up. Been held up on lockdown, been praying all night. When I'm dying, I'm coming alive. I spent my soul, been dealing with the devil. I've seen it all, been a hell and ever. I spent my heart, and I've been slowly dying. Oh, it's not enough, you know that I've been.
First look at me opened up. I've been trying hard to fight it, can't let go. Is it too much to ask to keep this control? I've been on my last nerve, I falter with every pause. I always look for what's flawed, so I can retreat. It's easier if I just leave. Won't let myself fall. Take me back, won't you try to take me back now to who I was before him. Now I hold back, never wanna check facts. Going deep but I can't swim. Could I be saved by you? Could I be? Could I be? Could I be saved by you? Could I be? Could I be? Slipping through my fingers. Everything we used to be, but I need to move past it. Fall and never look back. Maybe I could be, maybe I could be, maybe I could. I can't help but rewind. Those colored memories on my mind. Maybe if I focus, there's no way that he cannot notice the absence in my eyes. As I try not to falter with every touch. Did I just say too much? But you're still here though, I try not to push you away. You still want me to stay. Could I be saved by you? Could I be? Could I be? Could I be saved by you? Maybe I could be, maybe I could be. Slipping through my fingertips. Everything we used to be, but I need to move past that. All and never look back. Maybe I could be, maybe I could be, maybe I could.
skies above, the skies above, turning the shadows fly away. Darkness hides behind the mask you rip away. You walked away from me and thought we'd be the same. We'd be the same. You walked away from me, I thought we'd be the same. Morning came, I think I'm safe. Cautiously looked out the shades, and everything is in its place. Dreams, I guess it's all they were, getting on my every nerve, a little more than I could endure. Thinking in the name of patience, I'm here just playing the part. Vacant for all the paintings, I'm here just hanging my heart. Parade of sad, sad clowns. Parade of sad, sad clowns. Parade of sad, sad clowns. Evening came, I closed my eyes. Doesn't matter how hard I try, I can never slow my mind. Nightmares, I guess is what they are, attacking my trembling heart before my day can even start. Thinking in the name of patience, I'm here just playing the part. A parade of sad, sad clowns. A parade of sad, sad clowns. A parade of sad, sad clowns. Sad clowns. Parade of sad, sad clowns.
possible.
No more gas in the ring. Can't even get started. Nothing heard, nothing said. Don't wanna speak about it. I'm alive, I'm ahead. Don't wanna think about it. Feels like I'm going insane. Yeah. It's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind, it can control you. It's too close for comfort. Put on your brake lights. We're in the city of wandering of late nights. Watch out, you might just go under. Better think twice. Your train of thought will be altered. So if you must fall to be wise, your mind's in disturb your heartbeat. It's like the darkness is the light. Disturb your heartbeat. And we're scaring you tonight. Disturb your heartbeat. Being used to watch your life. Disturb your heartbeat. Disturb your heartbeat. Faded pictures on the wall. It's like they're talking to me. Disconnecting all your calls. Your phone don't even ring. I gotta get out. Oh, figure this shit out. It's too close to comfort. It's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. It's disease of the mind. It can control you. I feel like a monster. So I better think twice. Your train of thought will be altered. So if you must falter, be wise. Your mind's in disturbia. It's like the darkness is the light. Disturbia. And we're scaring you tonight. Disturbia. Being used to watch your life. Disturbia. Disturbia.
I've let you cross me. My mind shuts down and I can't compete. My body's shaking and I'm scared to say just how I feel. Gotta turn on that noise so I can make the right choice. I need to know, 'cause if you won't listen, I might just have to go. I want to leave this all behind. Can we close this door for peace of mind? 'Cause I'm not the one to scream and shout, and you don't want to talk this out. And I don't want to lose me, so I need to choose me. Choose me. peace of mind, 'cause I'm not the one to scream and shout, and you don't wanna talk this out. And no, I don't wanna lose me, so I need to choose me. Choose me. I'm not the one to scream and shout, and you don't wanna talk this out. And no, I don't wanna lose me, so I need to choose me.
Right, good evening everybody, here we are, we're back again Wednesday evening. We're in April already, can you believe it? Well, you can't believe it if you look out your windows, because my goodness, the weather is truly awful, truly awful. It's bad here in Bucharest. I know it's terrible across the UK, and don't get me started on the rest of Europe. My goodness, it's miserable, isn't it? But, you know, what we're going to do, we're all indoors here anyway in Bucharest, but you poor people in the UK, you're allowed to suddenly go out, and the heavens open, the snow falls. Snow, people getting snow in the UK. What is that all about? Anyway, let's cheer you up by having a fun yet competitive quiz here with the Fast 50. For those of you joining for the first time, I'm Mark, I'll be your quiz master. We have got a couple of new players this evening, and hopefully you've managed to log in. Loads of you logging in at the moment. And yeah, the main thing to do is to put the stream that you're watching on your TV or your computer and play along with me on your mobile phone if you can. Try and separate the two if that's good. Right, let's have a look at the feed. So you can see your live chat over here. Do join in with the live chat. It's fun to interact with you as we go through the evening. Mihaela once again was the first person to come in saying hello people, hello. Right, the imaginary bonus point will go to you. Tom's over in Ipswich there in Suffolk. I did wonder where you were, Tom, actually. I thought you were a Tunbridge person, but that's okay. Talking to Tunbridge people, there's Sue. Jen, I think you and Nigel back in the UK. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. Timia, I know where you are. Good evening to Litza, who's over in the UK as well. So lots of people from the UK joining us, which is nice. Very difficult for them to win prizes, but we still love having you here. We really do. Sir M, now, I don't know if she's talking to me or not, but Litza, if Talia, if you are, Thalia, sorry, if you are, then that's very sweet of you. Andre, good evening to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Right, yeah, fun quiz ahead of us tonight, and we have got extra prizes. I don't know why I just decided to drop some in, but let's talk about how well you did last week. And yes, we can confirm Jen and Nige are now no longer travelling across Europe. They are back in Yorkshire. So a real UK contingent joining us this evening, which is lovely. Hello to you, Tudor. Thanks for joining. Let's have a look then at last week's quiz and how well you all did. And it's that man again at the top. Can somebody take this man down? He is a lovely chap. We don't want to be mean about him. But Bula, my goodness, he had a couple of weeks at the start of the year where he didn't win. And he's just gone on this run where he is winning week in, week out. But other than a quiz just a couple of weeks ago, he doesn't have it his own way. Although it looks like quite a gap there between him and James, who finished in second, it was very close up to the last 3 or 4 questions. James just failing to get a couple of questions towards the end, allowing Buddha to stretch away. Somebody's got to take him down this evening. If you can reach 5,000 points, we always say 5,000 points will put you in good stead. It should put you near the top, definitely in the top 3 or 4, and quite possibly at the top. So just one person, which was Bula, reaching 5,000. Make that your target. If that's a bit tough, try and get 4,000. That's still pretty tough to do. Let's quickly go over the rules because, as I say, we have got a couple of new people joining us. So a couple of new people joining, and we want to quickly explain how the game will work. So you will play along using your smartphone or a tablet. You can play on your computer as well alongside the live stream, but we find that it's better if you have a separate handset to what you're watching me upon. The questions will pop up on your screens, and all you've got to do is click the right answer. There are a couple of different ways that you can answer, and every answer is pretty straightforward. So the most popular question is a multiple choice style question. A, B, C, D. Read the question, hear the question from me, and just click on the correct answer. Nice and straightforward. We then have what we call picture multiple choice. Pretty straightforward. The multiple choice answers are all pictures. You've just got to click on the correct picture and get those points. And then we have what we call open-ended questions, where a keyboard will open up on your screen, just like as if you were sending a text message or a WhatsApp message, and all you've got to do is enter the correct answer manually. Now, with those questions, do listen to me very carefully and do read the question very, very carefully, because we will tell you exactly what you need to enter. The question, if the answer is a number, the number is always numerical. Don't try and type the word 13, if the number is 13, just put 1 and 3. No spaces, just put that. If it's a letter or a series of letters, we will tell you how many letters should be in your answer. It is there to help you out. Generally, we never ask for the full name of somebody. It's always the first letter or somebody's initials or something like that. So do pay attention. We don't like people getting things wrong when they essentially got them right. Correct answer gets you 100 points and incorrect answer gets you 0. Some questions will have multiple answers. That means 5 possible answers and 3 of them are correct. Now, you're guaranteed to get 1 of them. If you do, that's 20 points. But if you can get 2, that's 40. If you can get all 3, it's worth 100. And we give a speed bonus on every single question, possibly to every single player. If every one of you gets a question right, you all get some bonus points up to a maximum of 50, and how many of those points you get is determined by how quickly you answer. The faster you answer, the more chance you have of scoring big points. There's a 30-second gap between each and every question, which gives you plenty of time to join in with the live chat, and we only allow you 15 seconds to answer each question. So you do have to pay attention. This is fast and furious. We don't hang around. There's no break. We just go from question 1 right through to question 50, and we do give that tiny little 30-second gap in between. But you've only got 15 seconds to answer. And here I am in my garden with some of my toys behind me. As you can see, if only that was true, I have got some motorbikes back there. Look at those. That looks like I want to say that's a Ducati, but I can't be sure. Anyway, why do I have these cars behind me? Well, let me tell you, this is the reason. Because our random round this evening is on classic cars. Classic cars as chosen by the player that finished in 50th position last week. And the same will happen tonight if you finish in 50th position. You will win a prize. You're going to get yourself a nice little prize. And you will have the honour of choosing any theme you like, within reason, for next week's quiz. I'll go off and write 10 questions on that subject. Now, with the subject, we do ask you not to reveal it in the chat, to message me directly, and also try and choose something that's relatively generic so that it's fair to anybody regardless of which country they are joining us from. So we don't want British soap operas. That's the one I always give. Somebody has requested that before. We're not going to do that because it's just not fair to people that live outside the UK. In the same way that we can't really do, say, Romanian architecture or something like that, because it's just not fair on people that live outside Romania. So things like classic cars, lovely. We really appreciate that. We had a spate of rounds that were all about TV shows, and some of you absolutely detest those. But TV shows, providing it's a TV show that's universal, shown around the world, they're okay as well. But we don't repeat them. If we've done one before, we won't repeat them. And we have done pretty much all the big popular shows. Okay, so classic cars, those questions will pop up on your screens between 20 and 29. Let's have a look at our prizes, and I've managed to theme a few of these prizes. We start off with our winner, who will get... Now, do you know Haynes? I'm sure some of you do. I don't know if they were big outside the UK, but Haynes are very famous for their manuals for cars. I mean, my dad had a whole pile of them, so whenever he had a car that he was working on, he could always refer to the Haynes manual, and it would help him repair things without taking it to a mechanic. I mean, he was a real mechanic himself anyway, but there you go. Now, Haynes also make these really cool Meccano/Lego style sets, and we've managed to get hold of the sports car version. It's really, really cool. I've got it sitting next to me. This will go to our winner tonight. Now, this will not be posted out to you. It will be taken to Red Goblin, our partner Red Goblin, in the centre of Bucharest, and you will be able to pick that up from Sunday afternoon. And the same will go with all of our physical prizes. Do please get yourself along to Red Goblin to pick them up from Sunday afternoon. Now, we're going to give a runners-up prize tonight as well, because we have one mug left, just one, and it happened to be the Back to the Future mug, which has the readout from the DeLorean, so it ties in nicely with our classic cars sort of round in some way. It is our final mug. I know you guys are desperately trying to win these mugs. This is your opportunity if you're the runner-up tonight. We don't always give runners-up prizes, but you're going to get one tonight. So runner-up, Back to the Future mug. And then we start with our spot prizes. On to 25th place. Once again, a full month's membership with F45 Training. They'll throw in a goodie bag as well. F45 Training is where I go, and lots of you come along as well. For me, I think it's the most efficient and best way to spend 45 minutes if you're trying to get fit. They've worked wonders for me. They can do the same for you. And if you aren't lucky enough to win a full month membership this evening by finishing in 25th place, then you can still claim a free week regardless. All you've got to do is go to the Facebook page at French Quarter Bucharest, or message me or the our quiz page directly, and we can hook you up with that free week. One thing I will point out here is that this prize can only be won once by you, so if you've won it before and you've already claimed a month's membership there, you can't win it for a second time. If that happens this evening, I'll come up with an alternative prize for you and make sure you don't miss out. On to 50th place. And it's another nice little item here. It's this beautiful tin that's got 9 magnets of famous fast cars and also loads of impressive vehicle profiles on cards as well. It's very nice. If you've got kids that like cars, they'll absolutely adore this. We'll dish that out. Nice little prize to 50th place, but more importantly, in 50th, you get the chance to choose a theme for 10 questions at next week's quiz, which is what you all want. So if you're not doing too well, aim for 50th. And then it's on to the pizza prizes from our good partners at Jerry's Pizza, everybody's favourite pizza, and you can get yourself a free one if you finish in position 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70 or 80 tonight. They all get a pizza. What we ask you, though, is that you try and send us your name and your phone number, even if you have won a pizza before. Please send us your name and your number and a reminder of which position you finished in, and do that before Friday afternoon if you can, so that we can send these numbers off to Jerry's, and they can then in turn send you your prize by text message. To claim that prize, you do need to do the order over the phone. That's not too difficult, is it? And you just give them the code and they'll give you your free pizza. One more major prize for you. And dare I say it, I think this is our most popular prize ever. That's what I'm getting from the people that are winning it. On to the Lucky Wheel. This is for our gold and silver Patreons only. If you are a silver Patreon, you're going to be on our Lucky Wheel at the end of the quiz once, and 3 times if you're a gold member. And you will win, if your name comes up, a mystery box from thebritishshop.ro, who stock all of the best stuff you can only get in the UK, or should only be able to get in the UK. They do sell it here. What is in the mystery box, we do not know. It might be tons of stuff like you can see Vlad had here a few weeks ago. It might be more, it might be less. We never know what they're going to send you, but just look at what Vlad received. Quite I'm so jealous. Every time I look at this picture, I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that. I could do with some of that, and I'm running out of that. Definitely need the tea. My goodness. Anyway, if you are not a gold or silver Patreon and you want to become an upgraded supporter, please do, and you can do that during the quiz, and we will add you to the wheel at the end of the evening. Patreon.com/Big British Bucharest Quiz. The same goes if you're watching this stream and you're not playing at all. You can become a bronze member for just €5 a month, and that will get you access to our quiz every single Wednesday night. Gold and silver Patreons, as well as winning this or having a chance to win this extra big prize on a Wednesday, you also get the invitation to our Saturday night game night, which is a hell of a lot of fun, played over Zoom, and we give away a whole bundle of prizes there as well. Right, back to our main screen. Let's have a quick peek at what's going on over here. So, who have we not said hello to? Andra. So we've got representation from France, which is nice. Tom is a Tunbridge man. That's good. Yeah, I sort of regularly visit as well, but just not since February last year. It's so frustrating. Jon Christian. How old does one need to become a classic? Well, there is an official number to become for a car to become classic. I think in the UK it's 50 years. Someone tell me if I'm right or wrong with that. I think a car automatically becomes classic after 50 years, is it? It's not really relevant tonight. By classic cars, I think you'll see when we do the questions. I think it's fair to say that I've used the term loosely. Maybe iconic cars might be a better way of saying it, but look, we'll see when we get to them. Hopefully they will be appealing to you, whether you like cars or not. Good evening to James, who's playing with Raluca this evening as well. Loads of you signing in, which is grand. I think we should get into this quiz. So remember, 50 back-to-back questions, 15 seconds only to answer. 30 seconds in between. Do keep talking to me in the chat. Let's see what stupid nonsense we come up with tonight. We're still unsure what happened to Katherine Heigl, which was one of my favourite chats that we had a while back. Whatever happened to Katherine Heigl? Let's see what we end up talking about this evening. All right, let's get going. I'll kick you off, and then we'll head over to our live game screen. And away we go. And your first question coming up, recent news: which small country shocked Germany by beating them 2-1 in a World Cup qualifier last week? Massive shock. In fact, it was, I believe, Wednesday when we were quizzing last week, so I couldn't put it in at that time. one of the biggest shocks in World Cup history, and it was North Macedonia, a country that essentially didn't even exist a few years ago, by name, of course, but they did beat Germany 2-1, 75.3% of you getting that one. Sampu straight into the lead, loads of you on 140 points, and as you can see, if you are tied with another player, we separate you purely by how quickly you have been answering accumulatively throughout the quiz. So any ties, fastest finger will go highest. Just one more recent news question. Here it comes. Which tech company has announced it will no longer be producing smartphones? I haven't done much recent news this week because we did quite a lot last week, and you know, there's not a lot of stuff in the news that's of major interest, so I bypassed it. But there's another one. One of them is going to stop making smartphones, and it is LG, and you've all been paying attention. 69.7% of you knowing that one with that question. The Family Terp go into the lead. Look at this, though, tied after 2 questions with George B. Even after 2 questions, that's quite difficult to do. Alex Bula is already into the top 5. Now, often he doesn't appear in the top 10 for a few questions, but he's already in the top 5. Can anybody take him down? Now, I'm pretty sure that's our last recent news question. We're going to get some general knowledge now until we get our random round. Yeah, which London park is located on the Prime Meridian? So just into general knowledge from here on. Jen, are you suggesting that Germany lost specifically in order to not to go to Qatar, which... maybe, who knows? Greenwich Park, of course, as in, you know, GMT and all of that. GMT, Greenwich Park, the dial and everything, and the start of the London Marathon and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, well done if you got it. Family Terp. Loot in the Boot in second. Sally Salsa in third. Burning Ice is in fourth. Alf 12 is there. We've lost Bula out of the top 10. What happened there? Next question. What colour is caffeine? Nice simple question for you. What colour is caffeine? Is it white, black, brown or yellow? White, black, brown or yellow. So obviously in its natural state, what colour would it be? And not too tricky. I think lots of you will get this. Well, not too bad. 46.1%. It's just white. It's just a white powder. Simple as that. Very understandable if you went for black or brown. I pondered over which colour to put in as the fourth option, and I thought yellow sounds like it could be right, and I did manage to get 23.7% of you pressing the button on that one. Family Terp still lead. Sally Salsa, Burning Ice, Quiz Bears. We've got George, Wana, Yulia, Bula back into the top 10. Wana in 9th. V is there in 10th. Here's your next one coming up. Who voices Puss in Boots in the Shrek movies? Who voices Puss in Boots in the Shrek movies? Okay, so multiple choice again. Nothing too tricky so far. Let's see how many of you get this one right. Time it is up. Antonio Banderas is the correct answer, and a huge 93.4% of you getting that one. That was impressive. We haven't had 100%er for a long time, but you know, anything over 90 is pretty good. Family Terp still in the lead. Sally Salsa, George, Quiz Bears, Yulia. We've got Wana, Burning Ice, Wana. Bula is down there in 9th, and Ruxy is in 10th, but look at that. Not even 47 points separating everybody. I mean, it's very close. Next question, number 6. Who won the Best Actress Oscar at the 1988 Academy Awards? Yeah, that's possible, Nige. I've never done that, but that's not its natural state, is it? It is still white in its natural state. Cher is the correct answer here. We put all 5 of those ladies on there as your options. I could completely understand if you went for Meryl Streep, because she does tend to win it an awful lot. But 41.9% knowing she won it for Moonstruck, a film I've never seen and never planned to watch. So, And that changed everything. It appears that the Terps are not fans of Cher. Yulia goes into the lead, tied with George. I think they're playing at home together as well. Bula's up to 3rd. Wana and Ruxy in the top 5. The name of which city, when translated, means the flourishing? I think what you meant to say, Sylvia, is that Glenn Close has never won one yet. But she's going to need to do a couple of decent movies if she wants to. Florence in Italy. We had a question about Florence last week, didn't we? About Florence Nightingale being born in Florence. And I thought I'd throw a Florence one in again just to see if it fooled you. But it did not. Colonia Florentina, meaning the flourishing colony. George B now into the lead, leading by just a few points from Yulia, Ruxy, Wana and Bula, who's dropped down to 5th. But this is all just on bonus points here. Everybody in the top 10 has got every question right so far. Next question, number 8. Which of these words contains a smaller word that can mean apex? So, bacteria, mechanic, utopia and castle. So it sounds relatively complicated, but it's not, is it? If you look carefully, I think this one's pretty straightforward. We wanted utopia, of course. Utopia has top within utopia, and the apex is essentially the top. Ruxy smashes that question and goes straight into the lead and breaks 1,000 points. Wana, Yulia, Bula, Dana all in the top 5. Yon loving the wordplay questions. I'm going to be doing more of them. You might even spot a few sort of grammar style questions in here tonight. Well done to Thalia's mum there. What's the name of this NBA star on your screen? What is the name of this NBA star? Ringo Paul, John Ringo, Paul George or George John? Can you see what I did there? Oh my God, I shouldn't make that reference, should I? Hopefully nobody worked that one out. Best concert I ever saw was in Italy. I'll never shut up about it. It's the greatest thing I ever saw. That is Paul George of the awesome LA Clippers, my team. And with that question, he's gone into the lead. Bula jumps up into first place. Yulia in second. It's taken him 9 questions and he's taken the lead. But let's see if he can stay there. I've got a feeling that he's going to get a bit of a battle tonight. Let's see who's going to put up a fight. Mrs. John Thornton, Burning Ice, Ruxy. We're all looking at you. And George, Wana, Quiz Bears, Alex Dana. Come on now. Take him down. Here's number 10. What kind of fish is the main ingredient in Worcestershire sauce? And yes, I can say Worcestershire sauce because I am British. So what kind of fish is the main ingredient in Worcestershire sauce? It's also utterly disgusting. Can't stand the stuff. And anchovies make up Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, but I can't stand it. I can't stand the smell or the sight or anything about it. If you like it, fair play to you. And look, I did say that he's not going to have it his own way, and Mrs. John Thornton proving that by going into the lead. Just a slender lead of 2 points, but she does have the lead. Bula second, Yulia third, Ruxy in fourth, Wana's there in fifth. George, Dana, Quiz Bears, loot in the boot, and we've got Catalina coming into the top 10 for the first time. Good evening to you. Here's your next one. Multiple answer, select 3 TV shows that were set in Boston, USA. 3 TV shows that were set in Boston. I've not seen Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. That sounds like something that would be on like the History Channel or Discovery. We wanted the top 3. Cheers, Sabrina and Ally McBeal. Married with Children and Prison Break, both set in Chicago. So well done if you got all of those. It looked like our top players did. So still, Mrs. John Thornton, Bula, Yulia, Quiz Bears and Ruxy. Tom, as far as Italy's concerned, I've been pretty much everywhere. That particular trip, we went around Garda, Lake Garda. That's where we went to the concert. And yeah, picked up Venice, but we dropped in on Rome, went over to Milan. We went everywhere on that particular trip. Which of the following empires had no written language? Was it Incan, Aztec, Persian or Egyptian? All right, your time is up. And we were looking for Incan, 67.1%. I have a funny feeling we may have asked that question before. I just cannot remember, but it doesn't matter anyway, does it? I'm just looking at, so Nigel's saying that it's in Salem. The cat was called Salem. I seem to remember Nigel. Bula's gone back into the lead here. I know it was in Chicago. I'm just going to bring it up here and have a look for myself. Next question coming up, number 13. It's a music video. Still, please name the song. Yeah, it's in the fictional Boston suburb of Westbridge, Massachusetts. There you go. Sabrina, the cat was called Salem. I remembered that. All right, so that's Virtual Insanity. Not too tricky for most of you. 73.3%. The brilliant Jamiroquai, of course. Bula still in the lead after that one. He has got a lead of 52 points now. Yulia giving chase. Mrs. John Thornton, Quiz Bears and George all in the top 5. We've got Ruxy, Iwana, Dana, Catalina and Kodlin now coming into the top 10 for the first time. Come on, don't let Bula get away. Incant, very good Yon. Best pun of the night so far. I like that. Here's number 14. Which of these publications had its first issue on December the 17th, 1892? 10 questions on Jamiroquai. That could be fun, actually. I wouldn't mind that. I would accept that. Because that's also a really good one that you could research and have fun researching. So, 1892, all that time ago, believe it or not, it was Vogue that launched on December the 17th, 1892. The New York Times, most of you going for that, that was about 40 or so years before. That's even older. But can you believe, yeah, Vogue launched in 1892. Now, it was a newspaper at the time, which is why I didn't put Vogue magazine, but it did become a monthly magazine a few years later. Bula still holds on to his lead, but Yulia is staying with him, as is George, Mrs. John Thornton, Quiz Bears, all there. Here comes number 15. How many times has Andy Murray won the Wimbledon singles title? This time we'd like you to enter a one-digit answer. This is an open-ended question, so just write a one-digit answer. Let's see if this shakes up our top 10. And Tom, there's a tennis question for you, my man. You said you wanted a tennis question. I give you a tennis question. He's won it twice. 2013 against Novak and in 2016 against Milos Raonic. The 2013 one, a lot of people said that the reason he won it in 2013 was because he triumphed the year before at Wimbledon for the Olympics, when the Olympics was held there. And it sort of broke that hoodoo, you know, that sort of thing that was hanging over him. He showed that he could win on the biggest stage, and he came back in 2013 and smashed it, and he was British for a few weeks, not Scottish. Which of these fictional characters does not have a twin sibling? Click and confirm your answer, please. You're welcome, Sylvia. I do a tennis question every now and again. I said do there as well. So who does not have a twin sibling? Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction is the correct answer. Now, he famously does have a brother, Vic Vega, who is the man that chops off the ear in Reservoir Dogs. That's his brother. They were going to have a movie, but they got too old. So the actors got too old, so they couldn't do it. Anyway, Phoebe does. She's got Ursula. He-Man's twin sister is She-Ra. And then that's the Scarlet Witch down at option D. Quicksilver is her twin brother. Well done if you got that. It's still very close at the top. Bula, Mrs. John Thornton, Yulia making up the top 3. Next question. Which of these flowers is a Papaver Roeas? Another picture question. Click and confirm. Click and confirm, please. Papaver Roeas. All right, time is up, and we wanted A, which is essentially the common poppy, but it is known as a papaver. So well done if you got that. Most of you did, 56.6%. Top player still is Bula, but Mrs. John Thornton just 11 points off the lead. And then it's only, 36 points back to Yulia. George is very much in with a shout here. Ruxy, Dana, Iwana, Catalina, D into the top 9. Burning Ice is in the top 10. Couple more questions before we hit those classic car trivia. What is the world record for most Ferrero Rocher chocolates eaten in 1 minute? And you want a one-digit answer here. Now, this is a real shot in the dark, isn't it? I appreciate that. All right, the answer is 9, and well done if you got that. Yes, 9. 43% of you did get that. Our top players got it. How did you know this? That's pretty tough because you have to open them as well. You actually have to open the damn things, and you're not allowed to eat two at a time. You have to eat one and swallow it before you can eat the next one. Pretty damn tough to do, but if anyone wants to do that, let's do a challenge online. We'll get you over in the studio and we can stream it. Mrs. John Thornton takes the lead. Yulia and George in the top 3. In Monsters Inc., what nickname does Boo give Sully? Only a one-digit answer, Timia. As I say, you have to unwrap them. That's the tricky bit, and you can only eat one at a time. So your final question before we go into our random round of 10 questions, and Boo calls him Kitty. Kitty, 53.3% getting that one right. And boy, as we go into these 10 questions on classic cars, it's got close. Mrs. John Thornton now has the lead by just 6 points over Bula. Yulia, George and Catalina up into the top 5. We've got Dana, Burning Ice, Ruxy, Alex and Wana all sitting in the full top 10. Let's find out who knows their cars. These questions are on classic/iconic cars. I hope you enjoyed them. I tried to make them interesting. Good luck. Here we go. What is the first letter of the company that made this car between 1961 and 1975? Just a one-letter answer, please. Tom, I've got lots of stories about young Andy. I looked after him at the Olympics, which bores people to death when I talk about it, but it's interesting. J for Jaguar, one of the most famous cars in the world, the Jaguar E-Type. So we just wanted J, a J for Jaguar. And I tell you what, I don't want to call it now, but I think Bula is going to be good at these questions. Let's hope we've got a couple of other strong players that can tag along with him. Bula goes into the lead. Mrs. John Thornton, Yulia, George B and Catalina in that top 5. It's hard to come up with a subject that he doesn't know. This boy is clever. Let's try another one, number 21. All right, this car's title is What 3-Digit Number? Please enter a 3-digit number. Valia, come on. I promise you, you might know more than you realise. Jaguars come in pairs, one for driving, one for parts. Yeah, they're expensive cars to run for sure. That is the 911. 67% thankfully getting that right. I wasn't sure how to word that question. I called it title because you can't say the car's name. A name is not numbers, is it? So I put title and thankfully you understood it. The 911, the iconic Porsche 911. Well done if you got that. Bula extends his lead. Yulia and George and Catalina have all gone above Mrs. John Thornton. This might not be her strongest round, I'm afraid. But let's see. You can still get lucky. Number 22. In which decade did the Land Rover Series 1 first go on sale? Now, if you ask me, that is a classic car. Having grown up in the countryside, these old Land Rovers were everywhere. Tom, I've told you, I base all my knowledge on the internet and having it in front of me. I'm not really that clever. The 1940s, yeah, launched in the 1940s, post-war. And it was because people needed these cars post-war, you know, and they obviously became the greatest thing ever. It was essentially a tractor for the road, but people really bought into it, and that's one of the greatest vehicles in history. 42.1%, then getting that right. Bula starting to extend his lead. Catalina knows her car. She's in second. Yulia, Alex and George in the top 5. Mrs. John Thornton down to 8th now. Next question. Which of these cars is known as Coccinelle in France? Coccinelle. Coccinelli. Coccinelli. Coccinelli? Coccinelli. Please correct me. I don't care. I know you will. I know what it means. I know that word means ladybug, as in beetle. The Beetle. C, the Volkswagen Beetle, 41.3%. Well done if you got that right. Maggiolino in Italy, which still means beetle. Bolivia calls it the Peta, which means turtle. That's rather lovely. In Indonesia, this is the best one. They call it Kodak, which is nothing to do with the bear. That's their word for frog. And I think it does look like a frog more than anything. Oh, goodness, Bula extending this lead. Alex up to second. Alex is a car buff, liking it. What 2 letters connect the Citroen car in the picture and a Nintendo video console? Just a 2-letter answer, please. $25% of you getting that one right. I'd like to think that some of you managed to guess it. DS, that is the Citroen DS. Ugly as sin, but incredibly popular. DS, literally known as the DS. And the reason for that is because in the French language, DS is pronounced exactly DS, which means goddess, which is lovely. There was another version called ID, which is pronounced as ID. Idea. Isn't that lovely? Loving that. Brilliant. Bula then still leads the way, but Catalina catching up. Which car won the famous Monte Carlo Rally in 1964, 65 and 67? Didn't win it in 66. It is one of those 4 awesome cars. Please click and confirm. 1964, 1965 and 1967. It was the Mini Cooper, the fantastic Mini Cooper, 31.5%, and it should have won in 66 because that's the year we won the World Cup, and you know it would have just been beautiful. But yeah, what are you going to do? It was the Mini Cooper. Bula didn't get that one, and you know what? Maybe he doesn't know everything because Catalina has closed the gap, as has Ruxy. Burning Ice, Yulia is still there. We've got Alex, George, Warner, Dana, and Mrs. John Thornton managing to cling on in the top 10. That was your halfway point. Here's number 26. This car takes part of its name from which creature? Please click and confirm. So have a look at that car. It takes part of its name, not its full name, part of its name, from one of those 4 creatures. All right, time is up. Did this fool you? Well, it didn't fool many of you. Lots of you going for the Cobra. I completely get that. And maybe you thought Mustang, but it's a Mercedes, as you can see. And that is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing because of its gull wings. As in a seagull, just like a seagull. So well done if you worked that one out. Bula, Catalina, Ruxy, Burning Ice, Warner having an absolute stormer with these questions. She's up to 5th. Here's number 27. How much did the Ferrari 250 GTO cost when it went on sale in the USA in 1962? I'm glad you like it, Alina, but I think you're being pedantic. I'm sorry. Keep guessing. Catalina relying on her husband here to get the answers. Nothing wrong with that. $18,000. Now, if you'd have had the idea to buy one back then, well, first of all, you had to get the permission of Enzo Ferrari. He chose every person that could buy one, but that car is now the most expensive car ever knowingly sold at auction. It has been sold in a private sale, $70 million for one of those cars. Wow. Cost you $18,000. That was a lot of money, though, wasn't it, in 62? Still Bula in the lead. In 1974, who launched the first production car with vertically opening scissor doors. Like that. There's 4 of them, but which was the first? Click and confirm. Was it Lamborghini, Bugatti, Mitsuoka, or Spiker? We are going back to 1974, and it was the legendary Lamborghini Countach, which you can see. When I was at school in the 80s, yes, I went to school in the 80s, or for part of it anyway, everybody was obsessed with the Lamborghini Countach. We didn't even know what a Lamborghini was, but we knew that the Countach was cool, and we all had the poster, and we had books and stickers and all manner of things. Good old times. That goes back to 1974. Nearly 75% of you getting it. Still Bula leads with Catalina and Burning Ice now into 3rd place. Next question is multiple answer. Please select 3 current models made by Rolls-Royce. Now, you could argue, okay, this is not necessarily classic cars, maybe, but Rolls-Royce is definitely a classic car maker. So, no arguing with me. Dawn, Cullinan, Nova, Liberta, and Phantom. Right, we wanted Dawn, Cullinan, and Phantom. The Nova and Liberta are 1990s cars that were made by Dacia. Old Dacia cars. I hope some of you spotted that. Well, 11.3% of you went for Nova and 10.4% of you went for Liberta. So we fooled a few of you. We're going to come out of the random round here with a very close quiz. Bula didn't have it his own way. He is leading, but he's, 42 points only ahead of Catalina. We've got Burning Ice, Ruxy, and Warner in the top 5. We're back to normal. Here we go. Exactly how many kilometres are in 1 mile? Yeah, Turbo Chewing Gum, Christian. That got released again a few years ago, didn't it? Do you remember we used to give Turbo Chewing Gum out at the quiz every now and again as well? Very popular evenings when we gave you the old Turbo Chewing Gum. The chewing gum was often left in the centre of a table and the stickers were taken. 1.60934, and wouldn't 8 Mile have been very different if it had been called 12.87 kilometres? Just doesn't have the same ring, does it? Okay, so we have a battle here with our top 2, Bula and Catalina still. Burning Ice still holding on to 3rd place as well. Ruxy and Yulia up into 4th and 5th. Top 10 rounded out with George, Dana, Warner, Mrs. John Thornton. Time for you to make your comeback. Gregory joins us in 10th place. Here's your next question. 20 to go. Google Images was created in 2001 as a result of mass Google searches in February 2000 for which actress? So lots and lots of people wanted to find a picture of this particular woman, and Google realised that Google Images would be a really good idea. Jennifer Lopez is the correct answer when she wore a jungle print dress designed by Versace to the Grammy Awards. So many people wanted to find a picture of her in the dress, but there wasn't any such thing back in those days. Google jumped on it, and the rest is history. All right, still very close, but Burning Ice has now gone into second. Catalina drops to third. Ruxy Yulia still in the top 5. Bula leading the way. We have 19 questions remaining, all on just random general knowledge. Have a look at the picture. What's the colour of that TV show? What is the name of that TV show? I was reading Litz's comment at the same time. Yeah, that Rolls is a stunner. That Rolls, I saw one of those yesterday driving through Bucharest, just out of pure coincidence. Don't know who owns it, but they've got a bit of cash. This is the Umbrella Academy. Haven't watched it, but nearly 90% of you have. Very popular show, though. Very, very popular. If you've watched it, tell me. Any good? It must be. You all seem to know about it. Bula knew about it, but Burning Ice knew about it quicker, and they are closing the gap. But Catalina is there as well. Can they cling on to him and take this down to the wire? That would be great. Still Ruxy and Yulia in the top 5. Oh, we want this to be close. Keep it up.
That's what she said.
If a person is loquacious, they would have a tendency to what? I don't think we have any Spanish style questions in here tonight. They talk a lot, so that's me. Yes, if anyone wants to know, if I had a rapper's name, it would be Loquacious. If my mother had named me to be a rapper, she would have called me Loquacious, and that would have been very fitting because I do not shut up, as you can see. Okay, Bula, Burning Ice, Catalina, Ruxy, Yulia still in the top 5. So Litza, you have seen the first episode. If you've only watched one episode, it can't be that good, because with anything that's good, you always watch the second and third. In which sport would you wear a plastron? A plastron. That sounds like one of the Transformers, doesn't it? Plastron. he transforms into a bicycle. I don't know why, but he's plastron. Fencing is the correct answer. It's the massive pad that they wear on the front of themselves, which is sensitive as well to show when they get tapped upon by the saber or the épée. 75% getting it right. Bula still leads. Burning Ice, Catalina, Ruxy and Yulia. Now, all Gemini people talk a lot. Is that true? Maybe because we're talking for 2. We're talking for 2. I'm sticking to that. Here's number 35. Which famous book was based on the adventures of Alexander Selkirk? You usually hear that word to refer to the patch of white fur on cats' bellies. Is that actually a thing? This cat is loquacious. Oh no, we're not talking about loquacious. We're talking about plastron. Robinson Crusoe. Sorry, I was thinking of cats' tummies. Robinson Crusoe is the correct answer. Over half of you getting it. Bula gets it. I tell you what, you are doing a great job here, guys, of trying to beat him. He still leads, but Burning Ice and Catalina very much in touch. If Mrs. John Thornton can come back and win this, I tell you what, it'll be brilliant. She's back up to 4th. Incredible. How many letters are in the word Constantinople? Yes, you should all get this right, but how quickly can you get it? It's a numerical answer. I'm not giving you any more of a clue than that. Constantinople. They're so irritating, these questions. You see, you'd think that everybody would get it right, but when you're under pressure with 15 seconds, just 73% of you managing to get it. Bula gets it. Burning Ice gets it. Catalina does not, but she holds on to 3rd place. Oh, Mrs. John Thornton is still in with a shout. George B is there. Ruxy, Yulia, Tio, Dana and Christy is in the top 10 now. Top 2 here get a prize, as does 10th. Ooh. Here's number 37. An average domestic cat can run approximately how fast? Yes. We're back onto cats. So this is the top speed of your average domestic cat. What is it? Now, to be fair, it's between 48 and 50 kilometres an hour, but they can run that fast. Just an average house cat, without warming up, without stretching. They can run up to 50 kilometers an hour. Absolutely insane. 32% of you managing to get that right. Wow. Bula and Burning Ice lead the way. Catalina, Mrs. John Thornton, George B, all still there in the top 5. Ruxy, Tio, Yulia, Christy, Dana, all in the top 10. Will this go down to the final question? Here's number 38. What is the name of the kidnapped princess in the original Donkey Kong arcade game? I can tell you that there is a connection between those 4 answers. I know, Catalina, I'm sorry. Those are the worst questions to get wrong as well, aren't they? Suddenly the pressure of staring at the screen. It's Pauline, 38.4% of you getting that one right. And I can tell you that all of those people are names of my aunts. Celia, Pauline, Rosie and Jeanette, or Etty as we like to call her. Yeah, I just thought I'd include them in some way. There you go. So that is Pauline that gets rescued. He was called Jumpman in the Donkey Kong game Mario. He wasn't called Mario, he was called Jumpman. He went on to become Mario, as we know. Bula then still leads Burning Ice. George has moved up to 3rd. Can he come back? What is a common name for the condition hypermetropia? It's not a very princessy name, is it? Really? Pauline? Pauline? Princess Pauline? It was a different time. It was the 70s. Was it early 80s? Donkey Kong, early 80s. Long-sightedness is the correct answer. You always smash these medical questions. Really not that difficult at all. 96% of you getting it. Bula, Burning Ice, Catalina, George and Tio. George drops down to 4th, but he is there. So 350 odd points between George in 4th and Bula in 1st. Christian actually has that. Princess Pauline. Yeah, love it. Number 40. What was the first commercial use for the synthetic material known as nylon? Have you ever heard of it? I'm sure you have. It's nylon. Come on. But the very first commercial use for nylon, what was it? Watching your answers come in. Let's have a look and see how many of you managed to get this one right. It was for toothbrushes, and we managed to fool an awful lot of you. Yes, they famously made stockings as well, but the very first commercial available item was toothbrushes back in 1938. Bula gets that, and it's all changed at the top. Bula gets it. Burning Ice. George moves up to 3rd. Tio now in 4th. Mrs. John Thornton in 5th, and there's starting to be a little bit of a gap. We have 10 questions to go. I think it's really between our top 2, but I've said that before and been wrong. Let's have a look. What is the first letter of the capital city that is closest to London? The first letter of the capital city that is closest to London. Just one letter, please, as your answer. And did we manage to fool anybody here? Well, we have managed to fool some of you. Only 21% of you getting it right. We were looking for B for Brussels. B for Brussels. Yeah, Brussels, as the crow flies, is far closer than any of the other UK capitals, and indeed Paris as well. Bula gets it, and just like that, suddenly has a 200-point lead over Burning Ice. George up to 3rd, trying to get into that top 2 to grab himself a prize. Mrs. John Thornton certainly hasn't given up after not her favourite round earlier. She's doing rather well to get back into it. What does the word caterpillar mean in Old French? What does the word caterpillar mean in Old French? Lots of grammar questions here tonight. But you tell me you like them, so that's fine. You do need Bula to get 1 or 2 wrong here, guys. And he did get one wrong, but did you get it right? We wanted Shaggy Cat. Oh my goodness, only 11% of you got that. If you were one of the 11% that got it, you just caught up on 89% of the people playing this quiz. It comes from the Old French caterpillars, caterpillar, which is caterpillars. It literally means shaggy cat. Bula got that wrong. That was an opportunity to get him. Burning Ice, George, Mrs. John Thornton and Yulia, all in the top 5 still. Here's your next one, number 43. Complete the title of his 2010 film starring Mel Gibson and the awesome Ray Winston. Edge of what? This is a masked cat quiz. I do not understand what you are saying, Sylvia. Who is this cat and why is he wearing a mask? Darkness, Edge of Darkness. If you're thinking of Edge of Reason, that was Bridget Jones, wasn't it? That was Bridget Jones' Edge of Reason, I believe. Yes, sure it was. Darkness then is the correct answer. 44% getting it right. Bula gets back to scoring points. Burning Ice trying to stay in touch. Mrs. John Thornton looking to get into the top 2. George and Yulia 4th and 5th. Well done if you got Shaggy Cat. Only 11% of you got it. All caterpillars are shaggy cats, essentially. What do the 7 spikes on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent? Is Bula going to take down yet another prize? You have 6 questions here, guys, to prevent that. Season consonants, 48.6% of you getting it right, and that is according to the National Park Service and the Statue of Liberty Club. So we know it is correct. Bula, Burning Ice, Mrs. John Thornton, George and Yulia still in the top 5. Who else have we got? Catalina, Tio, Simo comes into the top 10 for the first time. Alex is there. Isoletta Mobilia. So we have got some new players, but have they left it too late? Possibly. It's really between our top 3 or 4. Can anybody catch Bula? 6 to go. Where Are My Pants is a fictional TV show featured in which animated movie? It is one of those 4 movies. Where Are My Pants? The picture, in case you're wondering, is not me just, using something off Google that I got into trouble for. No, this is from No Pants Day, the subway ride that takes place every year. And it's from the Lego Movie. Well done if you got that. That was a tricky one. The Lego Movie, 40.5%. That was the reason I couldn't show a picture of it, because it was so obvious. Bula has 200-point lead over Burning Ice, who leads George by, 173 points. Mrs. John Thornton, Catalina, all in the top 5. I do still think it's between our top 2, but 5 questions to go. Anything could happen. Come on, George. Can you get into that top 2? Here's number 46. Which of the following is not a real place in Ireland? A real place name in Ireland. One of those is not a real place name in Ireland. And the correct answer is effing and blinding. Effing and blinding is a term that we use for people that swear a lot. They were effing and blinding. I just made that up completely. Oh, our top players didn't get it. Just 28.4% of you getting that one right. And George did get it. And he closes the gap considerably on the top 2. So it's Bula, Burning Ice, George, Mrs. John Thornton, Catalina, all in the top 5. We have 4 remaining. And it's going to come down to our top 3 players, I believe. Here's number 47. Desdemona is the wife of which famous Shakespearean character? Desdemona is the wife of which famous Shakespearean character? Watching your answers fly in. Bonus points are so important right now. Oh, he gets it right. 90.5% get it right, in fact. And all of our top players did. Not too tricky. It is Othello. You know your Shakespeare questions. You really do. 3 questions remain. Bula, Burning Ice, George, Mrs. John Thornton, Catalina. I stand by it. I think our winner is going to come from the top 3. Will it be Bula again? Or can Burning Ice or George B overtake them? We really do need Bula to get one wrong for you. He's strong. Let's find out. Here's number 48. The first name of which of these actors comes first alphabetically? Click and confirm your answer. The first name of these actors, which of them is first alphabetically? Another wordplay question, essentially. Is that a Kids from Fame song? Desdemona or Othello? I would not know. We wanted Bloom as in Orlando. Orlando becomes before Orson, Paul and Patrick. If you put them into alphabetical order, Bula gets it right. I think he's done just about enough, but he's still got 2 questions to go. Will he get the next one wrong? You never know. That would really open things up if he did, but only if Burning Ice or George can get it right. Mrs. John Thornton and Yulia, they're still there in the top 5. 2 to go then. Penultimate question. Good luck. Here's number 49. What are the matching initials of this classic cartoon character? So a 2-letter answer, please. Desdemona is a song from the Kids from Fame. I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know that. But I do now. It's all about learning. So the matching initials of that classic cartoon character Oh, he's got it right. HH, 43% for Huckleberry Hound. And I tell you what, although Bula is going to win again, it's going to be a right old battle for second place. George has managed to push up into that second place spot. He could be on for the Back to the Future mug. But will Burning Ice come back on the final question? Your final question will have multiple answers. Bula's going to win again. Will he get the 5,000 points? I think he will. Good luck. Here we go. Select 3 things that were released or launched in 2017. So the real battle here is between George and Burning Ice for the prize, the runners-up prize. Bula, we think, if he can get 2 answers here, will break 5,000 points, and he does. We wanted Fortnite, the video game, The Handmaid's Tale, the TV show, and Despacito. That came out, believe it or not, all the way back then as well. It was re-released. Well, it wasn't re-released, it was released on an album. Bitcoin was 2009, iPhone 6 was 2014. Bula then will take yet another win. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Okay, Bula, you're covered in this stuff, but here you go. 3, 2, 1. There you go, mate. There you go. There's your sprinkles all over you. He was answering pretty darn quick as well. Let's have a look and see. Down at Mrs. John Thornton, always the fastest player. 5 minutes and 3 seconds for their answers there. Bula taking 8 minutes and 19 seconds to answer. George just tucked in behind. George, you will win a prize. Well done, mate. You've got the Back to the Future mug, which I can bring to you at F45 if you want me to. No problem at all. Burning Ice then, which I believe is Victor. Unlucky, mate. Just finishing down in third place. You did put up a good battle. George was only just ahead of you, and we ended up with Yulia finishing in fourth, Mrs. John Thornton in fifth, Catalina, who was there, right there for quite a while, Tio, Simo, Isoletta Mobila, and Alex is going to get himself a pizza down in 10th place. Well done, well done, well done. He's done it again. Bula wins again. But as you can see, it is close. He doesn't always... I don't know. It's going to happen. Someone's going to beat him again. Let's quickly show you your prizes. All right then, Bula, you're going to pick up the sports car construction set. I'll make sure that's dropped off at Red Goblin for you. And then our runner-up, George, you're going to get the Back to the Future mug, which I can drop off at Red Goblin or bring to you because I see you most weeks. That's no problem. Did you finish in 25th place? Well, if you did, please let me know and I'll put you in touch with F45. You've won yourself a free full month's membership to help get you in shape for the summer. And then down in 50th place, somebody's there. They will win the Fast Car Tin, which is full of really cool stuff, all about cars, and includes 9 supercar magnets. Oh, importantly, though, you get to choose the chance to choose the theme for next week as well. So do contact me. Let me know who you are. Pizza, 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th, 60th, 70th and 80th. And as always, if you are in one of those places, send me a message. Some of you doing that already. I love it when you do that. Send me a message with your name and your phone number and your finished position so that I can organise your free pizza for you. One more prize to go. And it's the big one from the BritishShop.ro for our gold and silver patrons. Remember, if you want a chance to win this every single Wednesday, you just need to upgrade to silver or gold membership. It helps us out here considerably, and it also means that you get to go on the wheel every Wednesday night, and you'll get an invitation to the Saturday night game night where we give away a whole bundle of prizes, everything from dinner to Funko Pops and lots of stuff in between. So do consider it because we're having a whole lot of fun on Saturday and you're missing out. Let's come back to our main screen. See what's going on over here. Oh, so you put Huckleberry Finn, oh mate, instead of Huckleberry Hound. Never mind. What are you going to do? George, I'm really pleased for you, mate. You have got the mug. I have got it here. I can show it to you. It's no problem. This is it. Yeah, here it is. It's very, very nice. There you go. That is all yours, buddy. I'll wrap it up, rebox it, and I will sort you out with that. Let's hope I don't break it in the meantime. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Let's tuck that away. All right. So, shall we give away one more prize? I think we shall. Let's get rid of these bits and pieces over here. And there's our wheel. Let's head over to our live screen for the lucky wheel. And here we are. Here we are. Now, do hang around to see who wins. I've got you in alphabetical order on there at the moment, so you can see yourselves. You will notice that people like Timmy are there, who are wonderful gold supporters. They are on their free times, and if you are a silver supporter, you're on there once. Some of you have just signed up to become silver, and you are on there for the first time, so the best of luck to you. We will just shuffle this up, though. We don't like it being in alphabetical order. We like it to be shuffled. And I believe it's around a 30-second spin tonight. Yeah, thereabouts. Let's just adjust it just for the sake of it. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's see who will win tonight. And we're slowing down, and here we go. There goes Christian and Anna and George, and then there's Simona and Delia and Alina and Thalia and Christian, and it's on to Raluca. Will it keep moving past Raluca? I think it will. It could be on to Harriet. We have a winner. Horia, my man, you are a winner. I don't know if you're playing this evening. You quite possibly are, because normally our silver and gold people, they love this bit at the end, so they do join us. Tell us in the live chat, mate, if that is you, if you won, if you are there. It would be nice to see you. If not, I will contact you later and hook you up with that prize. Unlucky if you didn't win tonight, you have another chance next week. Christian, yeah, I changed up the music. I can change it every week if you really want to. Victor's happy. Is Horia playing? Is Horia in the chat? Do tell us. Right, there we go. We're back again then on our main screen. It's been a fun night, hasn't it? And look, dead on 9 o'clock. We seem to whiz through that tonight. I don't know why. Well, if you've joined us for the first time, I do hope you've had a really fun evening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the questions were fun and engaging, and maybe you go away learning a little bit of something, which is what we aim for. We always want you to learn something. So we return for game night on Saturday, which I'm loving. I love doing game night because we do it via Zoom. We play lots of fun games. We give away a ton of prizes, and I get to see you as well as you seeing me. We have a load of chat. I mean, sometimes we spend 20 minutes chit-chatting about nonsense before we even get into games. The games that we play are a randomly chosen quiz. We have a lucky wheel like you've just seen, but it has different themes on it. We spin it live, whatever it lands on. We do a mini quiz of 10 questions with themed prizes depending on what it is. At the moment, we did sport on Saturday, which wasn't very popular, but that's gone now. So we still have geography, we have Harry Potter, we have movies, we have... I can't remember. It doesn't matter. We're going to add a new one. I don't know what the new one will be yet, but I'm thinking food and drink or something like that. But you will see. There'll be 5 or 6 different ones to choose from. After that, we play Wheel of Fortune, just like the classic TV show. If you manage to guess the puzzle before anybody else, you win a cool prize. And then we move on to Guess the Funko Pop, sponsored by Red Goblin, where if you can guess what the Funko Pop is before anybody else, you will win it. On Saturday, what did we do on Saturday? Steve Irwin. Did we do Steve Irwin? Was that this week? No, Steve Irwin was the week before. What did I do? Was it Steve Irwin we just did? It was Steve Irwin, wasn't it? Help me out. Did we do Steve Irwin on Saturday? All my events are blurring into each other. It was Steve Irwin, wasn't it? Yeah, Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. That's the one we gave away. And then we finish up by playing Video Sing-Along Bingo, which is super, super fun as well, with loads of prizes to give away on that. So if you want to come and play, get the invitation. There's not much else to do on a Saturday night, particularly in Bucharest. Then come and become... It was Steve. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It was Steve, yeah. Come and join us. I can't begin to tell you how much fun it is. If you would like to just try it, if you are already a Patreon and you want to just try it for one night, let me know and I'll hook you up for one night. It's no problem. So just drop me a line. Okay, I'm off to watch a little bit of Champions League football and pray that Fulham win at the weekend because we are in so much trouble at the moment. I will do a write-up on Facebook before any of that, though. So that I will list all of the winners. And remember, if you have one, do please drop me a line so that I can hook you up with your prize. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And whatever you do, stay safe. And I will see you, hopefully, on Saturday evening.